Tonight, if it starts raining, you're going to complain about it. Bad timing, ruined plans, just the weather being annoying, like always. But in the late 1960s, the United States government spent 5 years trying to make that exact kind of bad weather happen on purpose, on command, as a weapon. This wasn't science fiction. It was a real military program, and it actually worked. Just not the way anyone expected. Picture Vietnam in 1966. American forces are stuck fighting an enemy that keeps disappearing into the jungle. Trucks, weapons, and soldiers are moving south along a hidden network of roads and paths called the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Bombs can't fully stop it. Ground troops can't fully cut it off. So someone in the military asks a strange question. What if the weather could do the job instead? The idea traces back to a U.S. Navy officer named Captain Sam Houston. He briefed President Lyndon Johnson directly on a method called cloud seeding, flying a plane into a storm cloud and releasing a chemical, usually silver iodide, into it. Here's the science in plain terms. Clouds need tiny particles for raindrops to form around. Silver iodide gives the water in the cloud something to grab onto. More particles, more raindrops, more rain. Johnson approved it. The program was named Operation Popeye. Starting in 1967, American aircraft flew thousands of missions over Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam, dumping silver iodide into storm clouds above the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Over 5 years, pilots flew more than 2,600 flights and released around 47,000 units of seeding material. But why go through all that trouble for some rain? Because muddier roads meant slower trucks, stuck convoys, and landslides that could block a route entirely. And the strange part is, it worked. Cloud seeding is real, tested science, and it did increase rainfall right where they aimed it. For years, American pilots were quietly making it rain over enemy supply routes, exactly as designed. So did it win the war? Not even close. North Vietnamese crews just adapted. They rerouted around the worst mud. They rebuilt washed-out roads fast. The rain slowed a few trucks here and there, but the supply lines kept moving anyway. The U.S. had built a real working weather machine, and the only thing it changed was how many people got their boots muddy. The program stayed secret for years until a journalist got his hands on leaked documents and published the story anyway. The government tried to deny it at first. That denial didn't hold. The truth came out, and once it did, countries around the world got nervous about a much bigger question. If you can weaponize rain, what else counts as a weapon? A few years later, an international agreement banned using weather as a tool of war, and Operation Popeye became the reason why. So after 5 years, thousands of flights, and one of the strangest military programs in American history, here's the actual result. The weather did exactly what it was told to do, but it didn't affect the war at all. Which brings us back to tonight, and that rain ruining your plans. Somewhere, decades ago, a government spent years and a small fortune trying to summon exactly that kind of rain on command. And when they finally got it, it turned out that even controlling the sky isn't enough to control a war.